Did Enzo Fernandez finally get what he deserved? The man who punched Elliot in the back of the head and mocked every English fan just walked into his first game of the season, and the consequences arrived in the most personal and most public way possible. Not a FIFA investigation, not a transfer deadline that passed without a bid. Enzo Fernandez walked into Stamford Bridge for his first game of the season. And before he even touched the ball, before the game had even started, 45 minutes before kickoff, his own supporters booed his name when the announcer read it out. And when he came on in the second half, the boos came again, and every single touch he had on the ball was met with a mixture of cheers and jeers from the people who were supposed to be on his side. And the crazy part is when the opposition fouled him, when an opponent brought Enzo Fernandez down on the pitch. Chelsea fans celebrated when their own player was fouled. Because yesterday's match happened less than 24 hours after Chelsea's self-imposed transfer deadline passed without a single bid from Manchester City, and his own supporters made sure he felt every single bit of it. Morgan Rogers, Chelsea's new record signing, £116 million from Aston Villa, the most expensive player Chelsea have ever bought, more expensive than Enzo himself, scored on his debut yesterday in the same match, 11 minutes in, while Enzo came on to a mixed reception of boos and cheers at his own ground. Chelsea's most expensive signing, ever celebrating his first goal for the club in the same 90 minutes that their previous record signing was being jeered by his own supporters. And then Reece James, Chelsea's actual captain, a man who has represented this club with everything he has, walked over to Enzo when he came on and handed him the captain's armband in the middle of all of it. The fans celebrating when he was fouled. Reece James still handed him the armband. And Xabi Alonso, Chelsea's new manager, a man who has handled every difficult question this summer with extraordinary composure, was asked about how Enzo was received and said nothing. Talked about his emotions in the home dugout for the first time. When your own manager will not defend you in a press conference after you have been booed at your own ground, that is not an accident. That is a man choosing his words very carefully, because there are no right words for a situation this complicated. And this was a pre-season friendly against Real Sociedad in August, before a competitive ball has been kicked in the Premier League season. And sections of Stamford Bridge booed their own player. The window closes September 1st. Chelsea said they won't sell in January. He has 6 years left on his contract. Real Madrid don't want him. They said so officially in writing in front of the entire world. Manchester City didn't meet the deadline. And Chelsea's asking price of £120 million in the current climate, given everything that has happened, is a number that makes potential buyers look at the situation and think twice. Yesterday, the consequences walked onto a pitch at Stamford Bridge and got booed by the people who are supposed to cheer. Did Enzo Fernandez finally get what he deserved? I think yesterday was just the beginning of the answer. Tell me in the comments, do you prefer to see him benched all the time, or do you want him to leave the club once and for all? Don't forget to subscribe. It means the world to me.